Hey guys, I am driving, so I'm going to not look at the phone, especially since there is already an accident right there. So anyways, I just wanted to make a little video. I'm going to be on the road for about 30 minutes and I figured it'd be the perfect time. But I just wanted to, I know a lot of people were asking about how my first month went with Lularoe being a consultant. Also, people were asking just questions who were people curious about possibly joining Lularoe and becoming a consultant themselves. Also, people just curious about anything with it. But I just wanted to make a video. I know there's a ton of them on here, but I just wanted to give you guys an insight on my first month, which was almost a week ago. So we finally got all the numbers in, and finally have been able to get all the sales in, everything, so we have a better idea of where we're at. But anyways, I just wanted to go over that with you guys. And if anybody's interested in joining and you have questions, I am here to answer. I don't mind answering questions, whether you want to sign up to be a consultant under me, if you want me to be your sponsor or not. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. Honestly, when I got into this, I really didn't plan on going into it and looking for people to be on my team. I mean, that was a thought, but it wasn't anything in the near future. Really, my focus was growing my own business first and then maybe building a team. But it definitely was not something that I planned on doing right away. So anyways, just to kind of give you guys an idea from the beginning, I started a month ago on last Saturday. I believe that was the 26th of November. So that was November 26th was my 1 month in. And that was from like my initial launch day. I ended up getting my call on October 18th, and I ordered, to give you guys also an idea of what I ordered. I ordered package number 3 at the time, which was about almost $10,000 worth of inventory. I immediately went back on after I got off the phone with, sorry for the lighting with the sun, but after I got off the phone with Lularoe, I went back on to the back office and I ordered about 2,000 more in inventory. Just trying to see if this angle worked better, but it doesn't. So, sorry. But yeah, I ordered $2,000 more in inventory, and we invested in the beginning. So including like racks, including racks and hangers and shipping supplies and like racks to actually hang on the wall in the room I'm using, all that stuff. That was, and I got a new iPad to do my videos, everything like that, which I'm not using right now because that'd be too big while I'm driving. But all of that was an additional $3,000. So my initial investment to start my Lularoe business was about $15,000. Now, I originally planned on taking that and not getting any type of financial help, just taking it out of the bank. Then we decided against that, and we decided to do a no interest credit card. So we signed up, had a 18-month no interest credit card, and that's what we used for everything. I say everything, we used it for all of the inventory. The other $3,000 in expenses for the racks, hangers, everything like that, shipping supplies, iPad, everything. Excuse me, that was $3,000 out of the bank. So we used $12,000 on a card, and we are right now, so I'm gonna give you guys some numbers. So $3,000 or $12,000 on a card. We have, at this point, a month in, our card is down to $9,000. So we haven't put much on the card. We've put some, but the card's down. We still owe $9,000 on it. We're doing it that way because we're investing heavily back into more inventory. I've learned that you do have to constantly have fresh inventory. If you don't have fresh inventory, you're not going to continue to get sales. You may get some every now and then, but it's going to be hard. So we invested, so it's down to $9,000. We'll probably continue to do it that way, $3,000 a month, which will put us at 4 months total to pay that off. From an accounting standpoint, I technically am profiting, but I don't consider it a profit. My husband's an accountant, so he considers it a profit, but I don't consider it a profit until I actually see that credit card at a zero balance and 50% of, or our portion of what we're making is actually going into the bank. So also, so that $12,000, we're down to $9,000 on the card. I sold in the first month over 400 pieces, right at, well, yeah, a little over 400 pieces of different items. And I also, my total sales were right at, like, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was like $13,878 and like 94 cents, I think is what it was. That sounds about right. But right under $14,000 in a month, guys. 14 grand in sales. Tell me that is not awesome. I did a lot. I mean, I spent a lot of time that first month. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a kid in school, so it kind of helps me. My youngest is only 11 months. She's about to actually be a year old. But, so when he's at school, that's when I do most of the stuff. But then I was also spending a lot of time at night doing a lot of the stuff. So I have, you know, hours and hours and hours invested into this. It's something, if you guys are thinking about doing it, you really, really, like, seriously have to understand that it is a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of being on your Facebook page, promoting your Facebook page or your group, constantly finding different ways to sell. I did in my first month. So where that almost 14,000 in sales came from was from pop-ups. I had, before I even onboarded, I had 14 pop-ups scheduled. I held all 14. I had 3 events scheduled, and I did all 3 of those events. Now, my biggest pop-up I did was a 45-piece pop-up. So we sold 45 items in the 2 hours I was there. That was amazing. I also signed up 2 QBs at that event. So 2 new people who signed up underneath me for me to be their sponsor at that event. A couple weeks prior to that, so about 2 weeks into me selling, I had one of my really good friends that I grew up with. She decided to join the business too. So she signed up underneath me, and I'm her sponsor now. So in a month, not only did I sell almost right at $14,000, I have 3 people in the queue right now. Now, the reason I said in the beginning that I didn't plan to start building my team was because I didn't. And it just happened. Like, all 3 of those people came to me and were like, hey, I want to do this. I need more information. So I gave them the information, and we sat down and we discussed it, and now they're in the queue. And my friend who signed up on 11/8, she should hopefully begin her call this month. Now, I'm excited about that, and if you don't know the details of being a sponsor and what that entails, you do get benefits. You do get, you know, a lot of people try to say, you know, Lularoe's like a, pyramid scheme. It's not. To be honest, I have sold in all of these direct sale companies, and not bashing any direct sale company, but this one is like, it's your business. You're pretty much buying from a wholesaler, also known as Lularoe. They ship it from their warehouse, and you sell it. You sell the product. You keep the product on hand, and you are your own business owner. And that's what I love about it, is I feel, you know, you feel empowered, and you feel like it's yours. You're not sitting there, you know, submitting an order and waiting for the order to come in to distribute it to your customers. They leave that day with the product, with their clothes, and they love it. And that is, you know, something that I've learned to love too. And, you know, I'll be honest, when I first was introduced to Lularoe, I had a girl from high school who kept adding me to her Facebook group. Never heard of this stuff. Saw some pictures the first time she added me. And I say the first time, you'll see why. But the first time she added me, I saw some pictures. I was like, oh, these things are not cute. I would not wear them. And I removed myself from the group. Over probably a 5-month period, I don't know if she forgot that she added me because she would go back and add people and see that I wasn't on there. But over the 5-month period, she probably added me back to that group at least 10 times. And I kept removing myself because I was tired of getting alerts. Well, and I knew I wasn't going to buy it. Or I thought so. So my sister came to me one day and was like, hey, have you heard of Lularoe? And I was like, I've heard of it. I've never seen it in person or anything. And I said, but I don't know if I like it. And I was like, why? And she said, well, because I went to I went to an online Facebook pop-up and I saw some stuff and I decided to try it out. And it just came in. She's like, this stuff is pretty cool. She's like, you need to come try it on. She's like, I think you'd like it, because she knows I was always a big yoga pant wearer and t-shirts and stuff like that. And I would talk to her and kind of complain about how I've let myself go, and I wanted to find something, some clothes or something. I wanted to start dressing up nicer again and being presentable for my husband and not feeling like I'm just wearing black yoga pants and a t-shirt or sweatpants all the time. So she had told me, she was like, come try these on. I think you'll like them. I think it's kind of like what you're looking for. And I said, I'll come over, tomorrow or something, and I'll try them on. So I went over there and I tried them on, and the leggings are amazing. That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, gosh, these are soft. They're not like my typical, store-bought leggings. So I fell in love with the leggings, and the Irma, the first thing she had was the Irma. And so I tried the Irma on, and I was like, oh, I like that it covers my butt and that it covers my crotch, because I hated having shirts where you lift up your arms and you can see everybody's stuff. It's not cute. And so she was like, I'm gonna have a pop-up. And I was like, okay. So she had one online, and I didn't really see anything that I liked. I was still kind of skeptical. And then I just started looking at the Lularoe groups online. And I found a lady who was doing a sale, and she was doing buy one piece, whatever it is, like a shirt, I think is what it was. Buy a shirt and you get a free pair of solid colored leggings. So I did the sale, and I bought a shirt. I bought a classic in a medium, and I normally wear a large, but I was told the medium would fit well, and I got a free pair of black leggings. So I got one size leggings because I was told they fit 0 to 12. Well, I'm a 12 and they fit, but they were too tight for my liking. So I wore them once. The classic, I hated the way it looked. And I started to find myself like, this is why I never got into this. Well, then I started having more of my friends who were like, have you heard of Lularoe? And I was like, I just heard of it, did all this stuff. And they were like, I'm having an in-home pop-up. So then I started, exploring different sizes and different prints and all these different things. And I realized I love these leggings. It's all about getting the right size and finding what fits. So I finally found ones that fit, ones I loved. And I talked to my husband and I was like, I really like these things. And he was like, okay, well, you can't keep buying them because they're not cheap and we can't afford for you to spend $25 on leggings. So as the addiction grew with only 1 or 2 pieces, we started looking into selling it. And I was hesitant because I've sold, like I said, I've sold so many things in direct sales before, and I failed. I failed miserably. And I think it's because I had such high expectations when I got in that I was gonna make thousands of dollars a month or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and I was gonna get this free trip and that free trip, and and when it didn't happen the first month and I sold 100 things from another company, $100 worth of, or I got $100 check for that month, it seemed like so much work for so little. And so I kind of debated on it, And my husband was like, I really think you should do it. I really think this is something that you would succeed at. So we talked, and about a week or so later, I finally decided, you know what, I'll give it a try. And I think the reason I was so hesitant about it was because of the price point. It was so expensive to sign on and to become a consultant. And I knew in the past how I didn't do well with sales, and I'm not a sales type person. I'm not a pushy person. And I was afraid. I was afraid to put that much of our money out there and to be in debt, especially when we decided to do the card, to be in debt that much money and not know if I was going to succeed. And so it was very scary. And we decided, you know, what the heck, go for it. If it doesn't sell, Lularoe will buy it back. And you lose 15% in your shipping costs. You know, worst case scenario, or you can sell it to other consultants at the wholesale price. So, you know, it was a win-win situation. I could try it out, see, and if I didn't like it, if it didn't work and I wasn't selling, then I would just get my money back, or at least most of it. And, you know, I got some not free, but cheaper clothes out of it because I was going to keep some. So anyways, sorry to make this so long, guys. It's just easy to talk when I'm on the road. So anyways, so we decided to go for it, and I was in the queue for almost 7 weeks, and I got the stuff, and I was afraid, actually. Once I signed on, a friend of mine got her inventory about 3 weeks before I did, and a lot of her stuff was good, but it was a lot of duplicates, and some of the duplicates were not really cute prints. But I've come to learn that people buy, even though there's things that you think are not cute, other people think they are. And other people will buy them, and they love them. And, you know, there's things that like certain prints I love that other people won't buy because it's not their style. And that's fine. That's why there's something out there for everybody. Now, so anyways, so in the first month, I've had tremendous success, guys. It's not typical for everybody. I know that. I know there are people who, you know, we have a group on Facebook for the month that I joined, and we all posted the other day what our first month sales were. And there's some people in there who only sold, you know, $2,000 worth of stuff. But do you know what? That's great for them. They sold an abundant amount for themselves. $2,000 is great for a home business. I mean, that's wonderful. And, you know, my personal success is a lot of hard work. A lot. It is, sorry, things keep popping up on my phone. I'm trying not to look at it, but it blocks it. But it's a lot of time. And that's, I think, one of the biggest reasons a lot of people, it's not the only reason, but it's a big reason why a lot of people decide not to, not to sell anymore, is because they don't realize the time that it takes, that you need to invest in the company. It does. I mean, there's nights where in the beginning, that first month, or the first couple weeks, there was nights where my husband would get home from work. I would go, sorry, my arm itches. I would go straight into that room. I would have already eaten dinner, go straight into my Lula room and start doing a sale. And there's times now where I have live sales or even album sales that come up, and I'm like, I gotta go do this. Let me go post these albums. I'll be back out. And it takes me an hour to post albums because I have a lot of stuff. Now I started with close to, well, a little over 900 and something pieces, close to 1,000. And I'm constantly having to order more. Now, one thing I can tell you too is that you will not, or you need to constantly be ordering. Every other day is not the rule, but what they suggest. So you're constantly getting fresh inventory in. I don't order every other day just because I couldn't spend that money up front. Our goal is to pay that card off, but we are reinvesting into more inventory. So we're taking, you know, we're taking 50% of what we sell. So 50% of the profits are going back automatically back into new inventory. About 20%, an additional 20% is going into more inventory. So a total of 70% is going into replacing old inventory or sold inventory and getting new inventory. And the rest, the other 30% or whatever, the rest is going towards the card and some other stuff. Like we just had to buy a new desktop computer because my iPad and my laptop and my old computer would not pull up the whole screen for me to do my shipping on stamps.com, nor would it allow me to delete invoices that weren't paid, stuff like that. But let me answer some questions. I'm almost at where I need to be, but excuse me. Excuse me. But to answer some questions that I had. First question was, of course, how much did I invest? That was $15,000, $12,000 in inventory, $3,000 in miscellaneous business startup cost. Another question was, I'm trying to think. Train of thought gone. How many parties do I plan to do a month? I plan to do roughly 3 pop-ups a week, whether that is in home, whether it is on Facebook doing albums or live sales, or whether it's in a multi-consultant sale or something like that. I just did a multi-consultant sale yesterday. My first one had it was about 9,500 members in the group, and I sold 6 things. So, it wasn't great. There was other girls who sold 20, 30 pieces. I sold 6. And, that's fine. I did 6 items that I wouldn't have sold if I wasn't in the sale. Now, you learn what works for you and what doesn't. That's another question people ask. What are your number 1 ways you sell? Live sales do well for me when it's a shop the box. So if I get new leggings in, new tops in, anything like that, live sales do pretty well. I do them first in my VIP group, and then I go over to Periscope, whatever's left over from that, and I sell on Periscope. Now, in Periscope, I do tell everybody that I give my VIP group first dibs, because I do. And they'll come over to my group, join my group, and then they're on there for the sales. So they know if they want to get any unicorns that I have to go on there. Now, someone asked me about pairing stuff. Now, there's a lot of consultants that will pair items. People hate it. People hate that they pair unicorn prints with other stuff. Now, I do it, and I was hesitant at first. I told myself I wouldn't, just because I didn't want to be that consultant, but I did, and I do, and it helps, guys. There's going to be things that people want to pair together that they don't know that they want to pair together, and I know that sounds weird, but for instance, everybody loves an outfit. I love an outfit. I want something that I can wear as an outfit and not have to just, you get leggings and you're like, okay, what top am I going to wear with this? Or you get a dress and you're like, okay, it's freezing outside. What cardigan am I going to wear with this? So sorry, my arm itches again. If you go and you sit there and try to decide what you're going to pair, people will purchase it. Now, I'm not saying to pair these outfits where these people do huge, they do huge sales where they have a unicorn print legging with a Carly and a Sarah. They have all these different things. I don't have that, but I try to do it where I'm going. I'm losing my train of thought because I didn't know there was parking here and it's charged to get in, so I ain't got that much money on me. Let me ask this guy. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. They ripping people off at this thing. $5 to park, $6 to get in, to go buy from a bunch of vendors. Anyways, so talking about that, I try to get in this event I'm going to. I try to get into this event. It's one of the biggest ones around here that they do every year. And it's like $500 for a table. But the sales here are great. You get lots of people come in and come to this event. So that's why I really want to get in. It is expensive to get a table, but I guarantee you the girl who has a table at this event, and that's why I'm here, because I want to see what she has. But I guarantee you the girl who has a table at this event is gonna make bank. It's a 3-day event, but that's something you guys need to do too. Get into these events. These events are good money makers. But anyways, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna try to find a parking spot in here. But I just wanted to let you guys know just about my first month, give you guys just an idea of what it's like, how much potential there is, and that you can do it. You just gotta really put your heart into it and really want to do it. Now, I'm sure if you're spending the money, you want to do it. So sorry, I'm gonna pick a different spot. I'm sure if you're spending the money, it's something you want to do. You have to have your heart in it if you're gonna put $5,000 minimum into this company. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to send me a message. Don't hesitate on anything. My Facebook page, I will put it in the link down there, and you guys can join it, or you can like it and follow it. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Like I said, if you are thinking about becoming a consultant, I would be more than happy to talk to you about it, whether you want me to be your sponsor or not. I try to be as supportive as I can. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this has helped those who are wondering or concerned, or if you have doubts. If you're in the queue, you will have doubts in the waiting process. I did. So many people do. It's okay. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will try to make a 2-month post. This month has started out a little slow, but I think it's because I'm so worn out from the first month that I haven't really pushed myself as much as I did the first month. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will be back in a couple weeks to do another one. Bye.